Whew, talking about mountains and mustard today. How exciting is that? Let's do this. Hello everybody, it is Friday, July 29th, and I'm your companion, Adam Moore, for the next 4 minutes.
No, it's not. It's August 5th, but, I recorded this last week, and then my voice went on me, and I couldn't finish it, but it's done now, so here you go. August 5th, it's exciting. It's Friday. You get the idea.
Today we're continuing our conversation about faith. If you missed last week's video, you can just click the link in the description below. I want to spend time on two major sayings that are related to faith and found in Scripture, and they're surrounded by the same themes, happens to be said by Jesus himself. This is referenced many times in Scripture, and that sounds like to me that Jesus wants us to really get it. So let's read this main story. It's found in Matthew 17, verse 14 to 20. When they came to the crowd, a man approached Jesus and knelt before him. "Lord, have mercy on my son," he said. "He has seizures and is suffering greatly. He often falls into the fire and into water. I brought him to the disciples, but they could not heal him. You unbelieving and perverse generation," Jesus replied, "how long shall I stay with you? How long shall I put up with you? Bring the boy here to me." Jesus rebuked the demon, and it came out of the boy, and he was healed at that moment. Then the disciples came to Jesus in private and asked, "Why couldn't we drive it out?" He replied, "Because you have so little faith. Truly I tell you, if you have faith as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, 'Move from here to there,' and it will move. Nothing will be impossible for you." Note, Jesus was really upset with his disciples for not casting out the demon themselves. When Jesus says that we are able to do something, he shows us by doing it himself. So let's talk about the mustard seed first. A mustard seed is not the smallest seed, and it's not even known to be the smallest seed at the time that this would be written. But back then, in that specific geographical area, mustard was everywhere. See, mustard's like a weed, and it can grow in any condition. One seed can consume a whole field rather quickly. Once it takes root, it's quite hard to get rid of. Jesus wants our faith to be like a weed, overtaking our lives and standing taller than any other belief that we hold in our lives. When we live a life where our relationship with Jesus is all-encompassing and everywhere, we can't help but live a life that moves mountains. Wait a minute, move mountains? What's with that?
So, Matthias, I hear you've become a bit of an expert in this neo-Jewish thing they call the Way. Why, yes, I've studied it a great deal. They say you've discovered the secret to this moving mountains that Jesus claimed to be able to do? Of course, it takes a great amount of faith and a little bit of ibuprofen. Would you care to demonstrate this said ability? Of course, pick a hill, any mountain. How about that one over there? Yeah, the big one. Mount Vesuvius? Sure, why not?
Fly, you fools!
We just established that Jesus always proves that we can do something by doing it first himself. So when did Jesus move a mountain? Though we don't have historical evidence of Jesus moving mountains all over the place, we do have various stories where he references mountains being moved. Like in Matthew 8, when he talks about casting out a demon from a boy and putting that demon in a bunch of pigs, and those pigs running off a cliff into the sea. He actually makes reference to that exact activity when he is questioned about a fig tree that he cursed and was shriveled up. This is what he says about that in Matthew 21:21. Then Jesus replied, "Truly I tell you, if you have faith and do not doubt, not only can you do what was done to the fig tree, but also you can say to this mountain, 'Go throw yourself into the sea,' and it will be done." So all this time, Jesus is referencing mountains being moved. So what does mountain mean to Jesus and the people hearing it with their ears of that day? Well, in the Jewish culture, the word mountain is something you would use to talk about a great authority. It's like us using terms today like bigwig or boss of some sort. Fact is, A mountain is used to demonstrate a great authority. We can see Jesus talking about mountains when he references the demons that he was casting out of the people that he prayed over. These mountains are the evil demonic authority wreaking havoc on society of the day. And he's trying to tell his disciples, and in turn us today, that we have authority over these things. Maybe it's time that we took a greater look at our faith life. Are we trying to grow our faith in size or be more effective in the world around us? Do you want to be known for having big faith or an unshakable faith that stands through the toughest times? What's your mountain? What authority of this corrupt world is bogging you down? Jesus promised to stand with you against it. So trust in him when you pray, and we'll see you again in the next 4-Minute Friday. No, my contacts are bugging me.